All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about how a really old philosophy can help us with a very, very modern problem: fear. This is all about the journey from feeling completely stuck by fear to building a kind of confidence that's, well, pretty much unshakable.
So let me start with a pretty radical idea. What if fear isn't some outside force that just attacks you out of nowhere? What if, and stick with me here, it's actually an internal reaction, something you have control over? This one little shift in how you see it, well, that's the key to everything we're about to get into.
To fix a problem, you first have to know what it is, right? So what is fear, really? The Stoics had a definition thousands of years ago, and you'll be amazed at how well it holds up today. Okay, here it is, the Stoic definition. Fear is an irrational passion based on the erroneous anticipation of an external evil. Whoa, that's a mouthful. But the key words are irrational and erroneous anticipation. What the Stoics are saying is that fear isn't a logical response to what's actually happening. It's a mistake, a flawed judgment our own mind makes about something that hasn't even happened. And this really gets to the heart of it. Think about it for a second. It's not the public speaking event itself that ties your stomach in knots. It's you, hours or days before, anticipating it. It's the story you're telling yourself about all the ways it could go wrong. The fear isn't in the room, it's in your head. So if fear is basically a judgment error, an internal glitch, how do we fix it? Well, this is where the Stoics give us something incredibly practical, a powerful mental tool you can use to handle not just fear, but pretty much any challenge life throws at you. The entire solution really boils down to this one elegant, beautiful idea. It's called the dichotomy of control. And this isn't just some abstract theory. Think of it more like an operating system for your brain that brings calm and clarity when things feel chaotic. And this simple chart explains the whole thing. Look at that left column, the stuff you can't control, what other people think, whether you get the promotion, all those external events. We waste so much energy worrying about that column. But now look at the right. That is where your real power is. You always control your character, your choices, your judgments, your actions. The entire Stoic practice is just shifting all of your focus from the left column to the right one. Now, when you start doing this consistently, something pretty incredible begins to happen. You stop banging your head against the wall, trying to control things you can't, and you start building this new, deep, resilient kind of confidence. So let's get practical. How do we take this from an idea to something you actually do? So you're in the moment. Your heart is pounding. What do? It's a simple 3-step process. First, just acknowledge the fear. Don't fight it or pretend it's not there. Just name it. Step 2, apply the dichotomy of control. Ask yourself, okay, in this situation, what part is actually up to me? The outcome? Nope. But my effort? My integrity? Yes. And finally, step 3, choose a rational response. Put all your energy into what you can control and act on that. Now, it's really, really important to get this next part. The kind of confidence we're talking about here, it is not arrogance. It's not puffing out your chest and pretending you're invincible or that nothing bad can ever happen. That's fragile. No, what you develop is something totally different. It's rational assurance. It's this quiet, solid, internal certainty. It's a certainty not that you'll always win, but that you'll be able to handle it no matter what the outcome is. This is the goal, right here. True confidence. It's knowing, deep down, that you can face absolutely anything life throws at you with your reason and your values intact. It's like building an internal fortress. The storms can rage outside, but inside, where it counts, you're solid, you're unharmed. Okay, so you've built this internal fortress. What now? How does that actually change the way you show up in the world? Well, it becomes what we can call the art of assertiveness. For a Stoic, assertiveness is not about being the loudest or most aggressive person in the room, not at all. It's simply about acting in a way that aligns with what your reason tells you is right. It's a calm, clear expression of your best judgment. So what does that actually look like? Well, it means speaking the truth even when it's uncomfortable. It means standing up for what's right. It's showing courage by doing what you know you ought to do. And here's the absolute key. It means you accept that there might be uncomfortable consequences. Someone might not like what you say, for example, because you know those consequences are external. They can't actually touch your inner character. Okay, let's bring this all together. The big takeaway here is this clear path. This journey you can take from being tossed around by the irrational passion of fear to living a life that's guided by your own purpose and your own reason. If there's one thought I want you to hold on to use as your anchor in any storm, it's this.
The feared outcome is external and cannot harm our inner character. Whatever happens out there, your true self, your reason, your integrity, that's all yours. It remains untouched and completely under your command.
So, the only question left is, how will you put this into practice? As you go about the rest of your day, I'll leave you with this to think about. What external evil, what fear or challenge are you going to choose to face with reason today?